Hey guys, thanks for joining me for another Honkai Star Rail video, and we had a very busy night last night. Star Rail just had a big update. Dokkan also got a bunch of stuff as well, but I wanted to jump into Star Rail because I know my channel's been a lot of Dokkan lately, and obviously March is my favorite Star Rail character. So obviously we get a new March character, we gotta do a video on her right away. So this is the hunt path of the March. You get her basically by progressing the story, and then there is an event you can do where you can get some Eidolons for her. What I'm going to do in this video is I just kind of want to explain her kit basically for people maybe that are confused by it. And then I just want to show like my build and just do like a little showcase to see how good she can work. And then also talk about like what are some possible team builds you could do with her, right? So in general, what her kit does is she is like an apprentice and she chooses a master. So she'll have a skill, you select someone else in your party to become the master, and then she has a stacking buff that builds up anytime March or the master does an action. And then when that reaches 7 stacks, she gets an instant turn and a powerful attack. So March is going to pair well with characters that spam a lot of turns. So obviously Yun Li is the new character that came out. They are pushing you towards using Yun Li. Yun Li works very well with March because she's a counter character, and doing a counter attack counts as taking an action. So Yun Li ends up taking a lot of actions, which thus will make March take a lot of get a lot of buffs for her stack, and then she can get the powerful attack. I also think that Clara works very well as a counter character, and I think Sela works very well as a partner for her, and that's what I'm going to feature her on right now as a Sela team, because Sela can spam a lot of turns, and then that can get March closer to her big attack, because her big attack actually does decent damage. The rest of her kit, normally she's not doing crazy damage, but she's kind of a mix of Hunt and Harmony, because when she chooses a master, she does buff the master, so that's really nice, right? So let's take a look at my build for March and what we've got right now. I would say this is just like my initial, like really quick kind of get her done build, but I might tweak this over time. So for Light Cone, I just went with the free 5-star Hunt Light Cone. I've got her traces completely done. And then relics, I just went with the Musketeer set here, pretty standard one there. And then I went with the Rudolent Arena one. I think this is a pretty basic setup. This is kind of what they suggest on the in-game one. Another option is you could do like a 2-piece of the Musketeer set, and then you could do 2-piece of the Imaginary set, and then she'll just get like an attack and an Imaginary boost. March, when you get her Eidolons at Eidolon 2, she does get follow-up attacks, so you could go with like a follow-up attack set. But from what I've seen so far, I don't think her follow-ups are strong enough that you should like focus on that part of her kit. But we'll see over time. But I think the 4-piece Musketeer set I think is going to be fine on her. And then I do have 3 of her Eidolons done. These Eidolons you obtain from doing like her special side event. And there's like 5 different endings you can get in that side event. So once you get all 5 endings, then you'll get all 3 of these. The next 3 Eidolons, from what it says in game, that they are going to be released at a later update. So I do not believe they are available to get now. If anybody knows differently than that, or there's a way to get them now, let me know in the comments. But I'm pretty sure that her last 3 Eidolons are not out yet. But like I said, the second one is really important, because this says when the Shifu attacks, so when she's declaring her master, that is the Shifu. So whenever her targeted Shifu attacks, she will get a follow-up attack, which I think is really, really nice on that Eidolon, right? All right, so with that, let's just hop in and look at like the team build I'm going to run here. So let's hop in, and what I want to do is I'm just going to pick a fight where I think she will showcase fairly well. So we're going to go into... Pure Friction here, and we're going to do Out of Thin Air 3. The reason why I want to showcase her on this one is this stage 1 has weakness to dark, which I think is going to be good because that's what Sela's got, and then our Quantum, right? And then we're going to run March on the team as well, so I actually got to swap Akron there for Sela. So we're going to do Sela. So I think this is the team build I'm going to run. I'm going to do Sela, Sparkle, March, and then just the healer, so I'll just leave Gallagher there as the healer. Now, the reason why I think this setup's going to work good for March is because Sela already spams a lot of attacks, and then Sparkle is going to keep targeting Sela, because we'll be honest, Sela is going to be the main attacker. I think March, in most cases, she's going to be like a complementary damage dealer, but I don't know that March is going to operate as the main damage dealer, right? So then Sparkle is going to give Sela even more turns, And by doing that, that is going to increase March's stack as well. I may try to target March with Sparkle once in a while just to see, like, with the buffs, what she looks like, right? So let's go ahead and hop in. Okay. So what we'll do is we're going to hop in. So March does have a skill she can use on screen. So we're going to do that. We're going to do Sparkle's skill. And then actually we'll do Gallagher's skill, I think, here to enter the fight. So let's do that. All right, so we're going to see what kind of numbers March can put up. Like I said, I think this is about as maxed out as you can get her right now, right? So on her first turn, you always want to support. And March is an interesting character in that you don't really need to do a speed build for her because her kit gives her like a turn rate up for her first turn to like get her this first turn, right? But after that, it doesn't really matter if she goes slow because she's going to be doing follow-up attacks off turn based on your main damage dealer. And then when she gets her 7 stacks, she just steals automatic turns. So you don't really need March to get a lot of regular turns. You want the master, really, the Shifu, doing most of the work. And then March is just there on the side. So having March go slow is actually kind of a good thing because her normal turn damage isn't very good. So I'm going to support, I'm going to make Seela the Shifu. So now anytime March or Seela do damage or do an action, then she's going to get a skill. We have March's ultimate up right now, so let's go ahead and do that. Here's the other cool thing is when March, and this is what I wanted to show off, March's Shifu, she does weakness damage based on the Shifu's type. So notice here, March is imaginary, and you can see the quantum weakness is glowing right now. March is actually breaking shields on quantum, so she kind of gets the typing of the Shifu. I think that is really cool, actually. It makes her a nice, flexible character to use. So only 13k there, so right now, like, damage, not the craziest. We're going to support Seela, and you see March has 2 out of 7 stacks. Now, every time Seela does an action, March is going to get stacks, and she's following up. So I know Seela is going to kill here, get a free turn, and a follow-up attack from March. So there's her follow-up attack. See, the thing with her follow-up attack, 3,000 damage, not much, but the ability to, like, break the enemies, I think, is where the value is in that follow-up attack, right? Because basically, March is now a multi-typing breaker. And so off turn, being able to help break, I think is very good. So don't think of March as like this big crazy damage dealer. She is just a really nice complementary unit, right? So let's have Seela attack again. Now, the one thing I noticed is on Seela's free turns, March does not follow up. So I think she's not allowed to follow up on the free turns, but otherwise anything Seela does, March will follow up, right? We're going to go ahead here and we'll just do a normal attack with Gallagher. That's fine. And then Seela's got an ultimate, so let's pop that. Now, I could pop the ultimate on the big guy, but I'm going to go for a side enemy, maybe get a kill, and then steal a turn. And then once again, help March get her stacks up. Yeah, so we got a kill there. March is on 6 out of 7. This next attack will for sure get March to her max stacks. So we'll do that. And then March now, she's going to just immediately steal a turn. Now she has an enhanced attack. So we're going to hit this. And there you go, 69k, about 70k. That's solid damage, right? And of course, like if we sat and like buffed March up and stuff, we could get more damage out of that. So what I may try to do is if we get closer to her next enhanced attack, I might try to target her with Sparkle, but she's not very close right now. So we'll go back to Seela because we know Seela's like the main dog here. Okay, we'll do that. Seela's almost got an ultimate, and then nice March follow up once again, getting some damage and being able to break. Okay, so we'll do that. Okay. And then, yeah, Seela, you can see here just racking off so many free turns is really helping March get her stacks up. And then, yeah, I think if I can get another Sparkle turn beforehand, then that will be good. The other thing, too, specifically with this Pure Fiction rewards follow-up attacks. So March is actually helping that because she is getting follow-up attacks. And then Seela here just going crazy with all the turns. I think I need a heal here, actually. And then Gallagher will hit this. Okay. Ignore the pop-ups. Forgot to put my thing on Do Not Disturb. That's okay, though. Okay. Got it, got it, got it. All right, so March is up again. And I should check the Shifu buff. The one thing I didn't check is how long it lasts for. Or if she's just permanently the Shifu. Yeah, I don't think that it runs. I think it's permanent, but I might just do, like, her attacking right now isn't a big deal. So I'm just going to do it just in case. I probably need to check that, but I don't think it runs out. I think it's a permanent buff. And then, so we've got, yeah, March is going to be popping off her thing. The thing is March's ultimate does increase her her enhanced attack. So let's do this. And then that's going to get... Oh, yeah, and the March follow-up, pretty nice there. And then what we'll do is we are going to hit March's ultimate here before she steals a turn. So March's ultimate hopefully will go off next. Oh, shoot. Okay, so we got her ultimate. Oh, we got the trash can. Let's hit this here. Okay, so 35k solid-ish damage for, like, free-to-play character, right? All right, so we do have the enhanced attack now. Once again, we can get a break. We should attack the trash can, but we're going to go here. Yeah, dude, 111k. So, like, yeah, that's, like, solid damage. Like, if you're getting 100k damage, I know, like, compared to Firefly and Acheron, that's the thing I have to keep in mind, is my Firefly and Acheron, like, they're two of, like, the best, like, ridiculous damage dealers in the game, and mine are very high idle on very high invest. I have to remember, March is a free-to-play character and putting up, like, very solid, like, damage, right? I think she's contending with, like, Dr. Ratio, right, for some damage there. Dr. Ratio's, his follow-ups hit a lot harder. I think he's still a better damage dealer, but once again, I think as a nice little side unit, March is actually doing okay here. And once again, I think this is a pretty solid team to use her with. Getting the nice follow-up attack there. We beat the Lordly Trash Can, which is great. Hit this. But yeah, you can see it. This is working. The one thing I do wish is I kind of wish March needed less stacks, or she stacked up a little bit faster. I think it, because like her enhanced damage is quite good, but it's just, it's such a rare occurrence. It takes a while to build up to it. Like, I just wish she could do it a little bit more often. Then she would be a lot better. But once again, keep in mind, free-to-play character, right? So we'll just do this. That's going to get Sela an ultimate. By the way, she can overstack to 10 stacks. So, like, right now, even though I'm using Sela's ultimate and March at 707, she can still go beyond that. She can go up to 10 stacks, and you can kind of save some. And then March here is about to steal a turn. And once again, I'm not looking to, like, beat this pure fiction or anything. You see March up to 9 stacks now. And then here she goes. Big attack coming from March. Let's hit this fresh enemy here. Yeah, and she one-shot there. Not too bad. So yeah, March, nice little fun character, right? We'll finish out this fight here. I don't know which March I like better, to be honest, because I feel like the Preservation one probably overall is still better, to be honest. I'm actually going to hit up March with Sparkle's skill here. We'll look at March with the crit damage boost and see what the damage looks like here. So we'll just do a normal. We haven't really done any normals for March. Okay, 15k on the normal. That's with the Sparkle boost, right? Sure. Do this. Start getting her stacks up again. Okay, let's try a March ultimate with the Sparkle buffs on. See how that does. And then we're actually getting pretty close. And actually with this ultimate, it's going to put her in her enhanced state. So let's try it out. This should be her best damage here. Okay, about 33k on the ultimate. And then I would like to see her hop in here. Oh, her ultimate didn't give her a stack. That's unfortunate, but this will. Okay, and then we'll go to the next phase here, and then let's get this March turn with the Sparkle buff up. Sure, let's hit you. Okay, that one was only 58k. Probably didn't crit as much there. And then we'll hit Gallagher here. But yeah, like, I'm just so, right now, I'm just so blinded by, like, the huge numbers of Acheron and Firefly. That's like, yeah, her numbers don't seem crazy, but, like, I think as a fun little side unit, I think she's going to be great for, like, new and free-to-play players. Like, she's doing very good things. So, like, and I definitely, like, think she's runnable. And it just depends on what event you're running and what the enemy's weakness types are. But I love the idea. I think my favorite part about her is that she takes on the type of the Shifu. So, like, she can break even if they're not imaginary. And then I think the idea that her follow-ups can help you break, I think is actually kind of cool. And, you know, her on, like, a break setup could be interesting. Like, if I built her heavy break effect and then ran her in that type of situation. But I don't know. I think the ideal way to run her is, once again, with one of these just really speedy characters like Sela, or a counter character like Clara or Yun Li, I think is really the way to run her if you want to maximize her. I'm not going to lie. There's a part of me, because I'm pretty much prepared to save for a while. I wasn't interested in Yun Li, but actually after doing her trial and, like, using her in the story, I actually really like Yun Li. And I think she'd be really fun too, especially for me, like, wanting to maximize March if I really, really want to use her, right? But I think I need to hold back because there's some, like, crazy characters in the story that like, oh, I know they're gonna have cards and they look like really crazy cool. So we'll have to see. But anyways, guys, let me know what you think of this March. Thanks for watching. We'll catch y'all on the next one.